and I want to talk to you about Pope Francis, because of all of the political leaders, of all of the senators and members of the House of Representatives here, you've been speaking out very clearly about Pope Francis. You're extremely attracted to him, you're moved by him, and I want to talk to you about him. And what is it about this guy that's really got you, that's really struck you?
He has come along in history at exactly the right moment.
Why?
Because we are living in a world of massive income and wealth inequality, where very shortly the top 1% of the world's population will own more wealth than the bottom 99%. We are living in a world where greed has become, for the wealthiest people, their own religion, and they make no apologies for it. And I see in this country people who are worth billions and billions of dollars pushing for policies that will make the rich richer and everybody else poorer. And I think what the Pope has done in a very bold way is not only talk about what he calls the dispossessed, that is, the children who are pushed aside, the elderly who are lonely and are pushed aside, people who just don't have enough income to survive. And that is of extraordinary importance unto itself. But what he has also done is raise the issue of the worship of money, the idolatry of money, and to say maybe that's not what human life should be about. And that is a very, very radical critique of the hyper-capitalist system, world system that we're living in today.
They call you a socialist.
Yes.
People say you're going to talk to Bernie Sanders. He's a socialist. And they're saying the same thing about Pope Francis.
Yes.
Do you think he's a socialist?
Yes.
What does it mean to be a socialist?
Well, what it means to be a socialist in the sense of what the Pope is talking about, what I'm talking about, is to say that we have got to do our best and live our lives in a way that alleviates human suffering, that does not accelerate the disparities of income and wealth. When he talks about wealth being used to serve people, not as an end in itself, I agree with that. In this country, and obviously the Pope is a worldwide figure, churches worldwide, we are the wealthiest country in the history of the world. And if you go out on the street and you ask people, do you know that we're the wealthiest country in the world? They'd say, no, I'm working 2 or 3 jobs. I'm making $8 an hour. I don't know that we're the wealthiest. I can't afford childcare for my children. So what the Pope is saying is that human life, our existence, should be more than just the accumulation of more and more wealth. And everybody knows that right now we have the wealth, we have the technology to provide at least a decent standard of living for all of our people. And so few should not have so much. And I think that's what the Pope is talking about.
The critique against the Pope has been very strong, that he's not well informed, he's judging the world through the lenses of the third world of South America. Many of the people critiquing him have astounded me in not understanding why he's doing this. Do you think he's well informed about the issues of poverty?
I think he is very well informed. And I think that the criticism of him is the same criticism that we hear all of the time. And the criticism of him comes down to the fact that, among other things, he has been very direct. No, he does not believe in trickle-down economic theory. He does not believe, as many of my more conservative colleagues believe, that if we give more tax breaks to the rich and we deregulate Wall Street and deregulate industry, that somehow all of the benefits of that deregulation will filter on down to ordinary people. He's been very clear. He does not agree with that. And furthermore, that he believes that in democratic societies, government itself should play a very strong role in protecting the most vulnerable people amongst us. And that is a direct critique of conservative politics. And of course, he's going to be attacked for that.